Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well. Welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I hope you're well. I'm Dave Bradford, and of course, lovely Laura's here.
Hello,
Right.
good morning. You okay?
Fresh from Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, have a good
I
time.
don't think I'm fresh. But yeah, I did. We had a great
Come
time.
back to work for a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, great to have your company on this Monday. Of course, what we do once a month is launch a brand new collection here at Carnation, and that's what we're doing today. It's a stunner. Well, you'd expect me to say that, but it is a stunner. It is Wild Beauty. Now, if you love your wild animals, if you love the trees, there was an awful case in the UK. I don't know if you're watching in the UK or abroad or whatever, where we lost one of our most famous trees in the UK, the Sycamore Gap. And that's what this made me think of, because it's the most stunning tree as the main card shape, isn't it?
It is. It's something so different as well. And what I like about this is it's so usable with other carnation collections as well. You can easily think of other ones you can bring into this, but it's something so different as well, because that card shape, I think, is going to be so popular on its own. It's such a lovely one, and like I said, it's so usable with other collections too.
Well, let me talk you around the collection then, because you've got this incredible card shape that you can see here. Now, the tree itself, when you look at the shapes, you're going to think, oh, well, what's that down there and what's that over there? That is a base. So in other words, it will attach to the base of the tree, but it gives you this kind of grounding area where you can put all your foliage and your characters and that sort of thing. Very clever. You've actually got a little stand that you can put on the back of the tree as well, so you can actually have it as almost like a picture. But then, of course, you've got the extra mats and layers that you've got on the outside there, so that can be your card shape as a plain blank, and then you've got the detailed tree die there too. Next to that, you've got tranquil arches. Now, these are really lovely. These in their own right can be card blanks if you want them to be, but you've actually got some snippable areas there, so it can be the main card shape or it can be an aperture, almost like a frame around the outside. We'll talk you more around that as we get to it in a few minutes. But you've got branches and leaves and birds and the clouds there, of course, as well. Now, next to it, my favourite die set has to be the characters. You know that I'm a stag fan. Well, this is a deer rather than a stag, but still absolutely majestic. The hare, the fox is on the prowl, as you can see, and the tawny owl or the barn owl is keeping his eye on what's going on below. Absolutely gorgeous. Then down to the next layer, you've then got your florals. Now, this is a real kind of wildflower UK, English, countryside, Britain kind of countryside feel to this, with these beautiful decoupage layers for the flowers as well. And then next to that, you've then got this kind of grinding wheel. Now, that's something you don't see very often, but certainly here in the UK, lots of villages, certainly in Derbyshire and that sort of area, have got the grinding wheels all over the place where they used to kind of ground the corn and that sort of thing. Really handy to have that. Again, more foliage here for you. Now, a little word about these dies. You kind of think, what are they? They are actually the size and shape of sentiments, which you can print off along with your vignettes. Okay, so that's what they're there for. And we'll show you on the boards actually what the sentiments say in a few minutes. So this entire collection is $99.99. Now, this is a special launch price. It will go up if there's any stock left towards the end of the week to what it should be, which you can see is quite a bit more. Now, approaching 20% of the stock went since this was available for you to order on our Facebook page last night. So for those of you that ordered it, it's already packed. It's probably on its way at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Our van comes to pick up all the post and take it to you. So if you'd like to order it today, you can use your PayPal account, of course, if you want to as well. PayPal Pay in 3, or you can take advantage of the free P&P with us if you're buying it here in the UK. It's $99.99. If you are watching in America, the good news is we can still supply you with this as well. It's the only place you can get it. So if you'd like to order in the States, please do feel free. 251006. It's brand new. It's Wild Beauty. It's stunning. And when you see the artwork on the boards, you'll love it. And don't forget, the artwork is always free. You can print off the artwork absolutely free of charge. I've been told there are some backgrounds on there as well for different times of day that you can print off free. And you've also got those lovely sentiments there, which will work with those dies just there, which you can print off for free as well. And that's on our website, carnationcrafts.co.uk. Okay, now we've also got a couple of other extra tempting bits for you as well on the show. Now, if we have a little zoom into these aren't a bundle, these are actually available separately. So we're going to show you the oval arch to start off with. Now, this is really different. If I turn it round, you can see that the main die has actually got mats and layers built into it, solid. We call them easy apertures. So actually that die will cut out those apertures for you straight away. And if you want to snip them, you can actually snip them away so you get the different levels of aperture and the different depths to your card. And then the other ones in the center there are freestanding dies. So these are beautiful. The arch version of this it's a really, really good price. It's only £27.99, and that is 251013, your item number. And then the other one that we've got for you is a similar but slightly smaller version, and this is the square, but look at all the foliage and the brilliant trailing vines that you've got around the top there, of course, as well. This is only £24.99, and it's 251014. And just like the oval, it works in the same way, and Laura will show you on the boards what I mean in a minute. But you've actually got the solid die, which is right the way up to there, and then you've got the individual matting and layering dies going in the centre there. So really clever concept. Snippable apertures is what we're calling that one, and that is just £24.99. I've got to show you some finished samples quickly before we go to the boards, just so you get an idea. Oh, the papers, I forgot the papers, sorry. Perfect papers, cardstock, obviously. It is 48 sheets, 300 GSM, and of course this is designed to be a perfect combination of colourways to go with the artwork from the main collection. I know loads of you buy the main collection and always buy the perfect papers. It makes sense to do that. You're not rooting around trying to find a colour that works with the artwork. It's all there for you. And as you can see, some of them are plain, some of them have got a pattern on. There's, I think, like a gingham pattern, and also a beautiful floral pattern on some of them as well. But it's a gorgeous collection, 300 GSM, perfect papers, and that, if you add it to your order, is just £14.99. Just finishing you, or showing you some finished samples, sorry. Vera Bow has done this one, just to give you an idea as to how the collection can look. That tree is absolutely magnificent. And I love, Laura, the fact that trees can be so symbolic. You know, you plant them to commemorate people or certain events. You think of family trees, you think of money trees, all that sort of thing. But again, instantly when I saw it, I just thought of the sycamore gap. It just came to my head.
Yeah, and they're just so easy. You can see, even though those three cards that Dave just showed you has got that tree there as the base, but you can see how different they look just where you place the foliage or where you place the animals. You can make these look completely different, and you've got such an interesting background straight away with these. They stand out, don't they, so much, just having that as the base.
Barbara Treadwell's done this one, and again bringing in, this is what I was talking about earlier on. This is the square. Is this a square one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a square. So have a little look here. These are the apertures that I talked about earlier. So if you wanted to snip those away, you can do, or you can leave them whole. But the die itself gives that effect to you, and it's like you're looking at a little theatre or a little stage with the depth that's in there. It's superb. So that is that one there, which is £24.99. That's a square one, okay? That's the sort of thing that you can create with it. But whether you're going for just the main collection today at £99.99 or treating yourself to some of the extra beautiful card shapes we've got here, it's a stunning collection. It really, really is. Now we're going to go through the boards to show you exactly what every die can do, so you understand it, because there are some quite different concepts in this collection, aren't there?
Yeah, especially I think with the card shape. So with the tree, you can have the tree as the card and have this as your base. So this will go on the back of there, and this will be the base for you to put all of your decoupage on and to build your scene onto. But you can see you've also got a actual card shape as well that it's fitted around the top of the tree. So you can cut these dies out and have that as your card base, just like a normal card. They'll open, and then you can have the tree on top. And then the other option is you've got like the photo stand that you can pop that on the back of there. So you could have the tree just stand up on its own and have this on the back to hold it up. You've got your like hills and all of your foliage here as well to decorate on the bottom. You've got smaller trees as well, so if you want these to be like hills in the background, you can pop the smaller trees behind these to decorate. And then you've got those pop-up elements then, so these are going to be the ones that you make that will fit on the bottom for all of those animals to stand up in. So it's going to look as if those animals or the foliage is in front, stood up in front of the tree. Now with these parts, you do also get the artwork for them, so you can see exactly what they look like. So no colouring in. You know, even I love that they've even given you the artwork for like those tabs as well. So even if you look at it at an angle, you're not going to see any white. So you've got all of them. So that's the base. Then you've got the roaming friends. So you can see you've got your fox, is there a hare, rabbit?
I think it's hair.
You're going to, both of you just went hare straight away. So you've got lovely animals. The colouring in these I absolutely adore. They're just a bit softer for me. They look like they're watercoloured, so they've got almost like that. When I see in these, it's like a nostalgic storybook feel to them. They just look so soft, and they just make you think of like a story or a fairy tale that you can just dive into. They look so pretty. Then you've got your meadow flora. So you've got those flowers that you would typically see in an English countryside that really build in. Hairtail, I'm going to guess is this one.
Yeah.
Bunny's telling me what they are, so
She is.
I'm guessing.
Moorland grass.
Moorland grass.
Bethany.
Bethany. This one.
Yeah. Okay. Now we
There you
learned something,
go.
haven't we?
We've learned something. They're so easy to use. You've got the decoupage there to go on as well, but they're very easy to snip into as well. So if you want to make them a bit smaller, or if you want to make them a bit shorter, really nice and easy to use. Then we've got our cards then as well. So these, I am going to show you these. I have got some demos of these, which I think is going to be the easiest way to show you. But these are your easy apertures. So you can see you've got lines going through the designs. So you can see your cut lines here. On here, look, you can see where I can just pop my finger through them, and then you've got little spots along the edges of these lines that you can snip. So if you want to have these going in and you make it into an aperture, you can do that. You can build these up. You can have a border around. You can cut into these and use them in so many different ways because it's all built in as well. They're really nice and easy to use because you just pass through the machine that same die, and then you can just snip in to what you want. I love that they've given you the artwork as well. So like these will fit onto there.
Yeah.
Your birds will fit on, and then you've even got the little clouds as well that you can put in the background, and then you can build your scene up on the bottom.
Along with the tree, it's almost like you've got 3 separate card shapes in
Yeah.
one collection, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
you would. You'd have the tree and these two as well. Then you've got your moorland features, which are they're brilliant grounding elements. You can pop these in. They work in so many different ways, just adding them in. You can easily just even put the characters on them, and you can see how they fit perfectly.
Perfect
They just,
sized.
yeah, you don't have to think about anything at all. They will just fit on there. The colours obviously coordinate perfectly, but you can just pop them around with those and they just work effortlessly.
This is such a clever idea.
Yeah, then your sentiments. I love this. And you've got them in those different shades of colour in here as well. So you've got your 4 dies, which are these, which is what Dave showed you. But then in the artwork, you get the sentiments to print out. So then you're going to run these through, and this is what you're going to get. So you can see the different colourways that you've got. So you've got may life give you happiness, with you always, may peace settle around you, love and kindness. So you've got different sentiments there and in the different colourways. But if I lift them up, you can see how delicate that writing is. So I think it's just something really nice to have it like this because it's such a soft sentiment as well. You never ever get a die this thin and that small. So I just think it's something a bit unusual. It's something a bit different from us. So I think it's really lovely.
Carnation shows, I've never seen that before. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they haven't done it before, but I've never seen it before. So that's included. All the artwork, what we call vignettes, including the backgrounds, including the fantastic verses. You can print those off right now in anticipation of getting your dies in the next few days. You just go to carnationcrafts.co.uk to the download section. That's where all the artwork will be. You can print them off as many times as you like, absolutely free. Now, of course, the extra shapes. We had a question actually. I think it was from someone on Facebook. I'll read it out in a minute, saying, "Are there any extra dies to go with this collection, Dave?" Well, these are the extra dies that will go with it brilliantly. I've got the square one and the oval one.
Yeah, so the square one, so this is going to be similar to the ones that we showed you in the collection where you've got those easy apertures. So you can see your cut lines here, and you can see those bits at the parts that are holding them together. So all you're going to do is just snip those little bits as you go around, And then you can build this up as much as you want. You've got that foliage going around the top of this one. You do have the dies to go in the centre. So obviously you can build it up like this if you want. So that could be a card base.
Yeah.
You've got your card, and then you could have your mataleers there. But equally, you can snip into this. So you could make it into an aperture. You could use the foliage part as the tree, as the card base if you wanted to. And then you can snip away the inside. So they're really easy to do because you've just got, you can see where those little solid parts are. You've just got those tiny little bits that hold them together. So it's really easy to go in and snip them.
It was Pearl on Facebook asking about, are there any extra dies? The square one is $24.99 because it's slightly smaller than the oval. If you want the oval version, it's $27.99, but same sort of concept though.
Yeah, exactly the same concept. So you can see again, look, where you've got those easy aperture lines to go around. You've got them on the outside as well by that foliage too. But you can see how that comes together. I think the oval as well, like it makes me think of like a wedding arch. You know, there's so many different ways and different colorways you
could
could use that.
A door, a gazebo,
yeah,
anything.
so many things. You've got the aperture, the dies as well in the centre. So if you do want to use them like this for mataleers or apertures, but you've got all of those cut lines there, so really easy to go in and snip those out.
And don't forget, as ever, we're live on YouTube, we're live on our Facebook page as well. If you want to interact with us and say hi, tell us that you're watching, it'd be lovely to hear from you. On YouTube at the moment, Jackie J says, hello everyone, looks like another fabulous collection from Carnation Crafts. Have ordered already now, looking forward to the show. Thank you, Jackie. Nice to know you've got it. Amelia Carolzak says, hi, lovely people, so beautiful, love it, especially the new sentiments. Very good idea. It is a great idea. And remember, live at, 10 o'clock UK time, when we came live, nearly 20% of the stock had gone. Lots of you look out for it to be launched on Facebook the evening before very often. I think it went live just after 6 o'clock last night. So for nearly 20% of the stock gone already before we came live this morning, it's pretty popular. Under £100, it's the latest collection from Carnation, and it'll be with you ASAP. And don't forget, if you're watching in the UK, it's free P&P. If you're watching in America, the good news is we can still offer you these deals. You can still shop with us, and we'll get them to you as soon as we possibly can. Right, now, the tree is my favourite part, along with the animals, obviously. And that tree just on its own is a work of art, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so pretty, isn't it? Even if you just used it completely separately on it, you know, if you were making like an 8x8 card and you wanted that onto your card, they just look absolutely amazing. Now, the card shape, I just want to quickly show you because there are so many different ways that you can pop this together. So you've got the base in there, so you can cut the base out and you can see you've even got the artwork for that. And this is exactly the same as the tree. So that just fits on there. So that now becomes the whole tree. So what you can do is then cut out, like I've just got one cut in normal cardstock here, which will go on the back, and that can be your card. So you can see how that will go together, and then you don't see anything from the front because obviously they are the same, so it's the same shape, but you've got these two as a base. Now the other thing that you can do is you've also got like the photo stand in there. So if you wanted to just use the tree on its own, you can pop this onto the back of there. You can see that fits there perfectly, and then that will stand up like that, and then you've got your tree then ready to stand up. Or then the other thing that you can do is you've also got the card shaped dies in there. If I just grab these ones, so you can see you've got that lovely shape on the top which matches the tree. So you're going to cut out two of them to give you the card base, and then your tree will just sit on there like that, and you've got your card base. You've also got the mat for the tree as well, so you could potentially even make a card like that or like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways that you can pop that together just using that.
I love the fact that they've done the colour. It's quite muted. I think if they'd done it in a really bold,
it's
bold
really
green,
like
it would
water.
Yeah.
It's got like that watercolour effect to it, doesn't it? It's really, really soft. I will just mention quickly before I forget, that in the download you also get the background as well. So that background that you just seen that I cut out for the card, if you're wondering where that came from, it's in the download. So you've got like that lovely background.
It's like a
that
misty
you can
morning, a
use.
sunrise.
It's
or
lovely,
something.
isn't
Yeah.
it? And again, it's so soft, really subtle with the colours in there as well. But you have that in that download to use as well. Right, so let's start putting this together. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use this as the front, and then because this cardstock's a bit thin, I'm going to stick 2 of these together just to
So what
give that a bit
GSM
of
cardstock
weight.
do you recommend then for the tree?
I'd probably use the, well, if I was doing it like this, I'd use the 220, but
Yeah.
then I'd still use the thinner one, I think, if I was using, it depends if you want it double-sided as well though,
Of
because I
course.
wouldn't use the
Yeah.
220 if I was doing it double-sided. So
But if you ever do want any extra strength, just double up your layers. Yeah.
yeah, just add another layer in if you feel it needs that support. But I'd say it just depends on, you know, how exactly you're going to put the tree together. Like if you were just cutting it out and you were just popping it onto the card like I showed you, then you don't really need to worry about the weight of the cardstock. But yeah, just double it up if you feel like, you know, it just needs a little bit of extra support. Just double up on the cardstock and it'll be fine.
Well, there are so many ways of using the tree. That's the lovely thing about it.
Yeah, you will, and you'll find that when you start using it, you'll start thinking of different ways that you want to use it as well, which is really nice. And then I think you'll also look at collections that you've got that would match in, that you think, oh, actually, this would look really sweet by the tree, or this would look really sweet with the tree.
Well, think of all the florals that you've got from previous collections. Think of all the characters that you've got from previous collections as well that would go with a tree theme. Yeah, and if you are looking at this, maybe you are in America and you look at this. I mean, this is traditional British countryside to me, with all the turnstiles and the grinding wheels, which maybe you don't have so much in America. I don't know, but certainly over here you see it in the countryside a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really pretty. Like I said, for me, there was something nostalgic, storybook. As soon as I seen it, that's where I went with it. Right, so I'm going to pop the tree now on to there. So you can see that is exactly the same shape, so you can't see it. And then when that opens, that will just stand up then.
Perfect.
Like that. So you could have it like this. Obviously I've showed you different ways as well, but that will just stand like that. And you can just think of so many different ways you could use it for, can't you?
Yeah, trees are symbolic. They're also beautiful. They make the planet go round at the end of the day, don't they? But trees can be so significant to so many people for so many different things. Just on its own, that's a beautiful statement, isn't it?
And it's a tree. So when you break it down and you think about it, you could use that with a mix. Like you could use a park life and have some animals there and have the dogs running. Or you could have a car going in front of it, so like as if there's a road there and the car's going in front of it. You know, you can mix in so many. Yeah, you could put camping things behind it. You could put any of the other animals there in front of it. There's just so many different ways that you can mix these up and use it, and that's why I think the tree is going to be the most popular one on its own, because I think there's just so many ways you can use it.
And this is why Carnation's so good, because they don't just look at the collection they're actually working on at the moment. They think back to what you may have got from previous shows and previous collections. Oh, that will work with this and that will work with this. So you suddenly find by buying a new collection, you've exploded the possibilities of what you can do with what they've bought before. Yeah. So it's not just that this collection is this collection and that's it.
No, and you absolutely do as well. I always find that every time we get a new collection, it makes me think of a previous collection straight away, and you think, oh, this is going to work perfectly with that. So it's really nice. And obviously you've got the artwork there as well. And I love the Carnation as well. They also go back to collections as well. They sometimes go back and add like little bits in. Like we've just done the Halloween one where they changed some of the characters to have Halloween costumes. So, you know, you always... It's not just a one-time purchase.
It's not a one-trick pony. No. I always think of a Carnation collection as an investment, really, an investment in the future, because you'll use it for years and years and years to come.
Yeah, and like I said, one of the lovely things, I always say it, but do you know the fact that you haven't got to worry about the artwork is just a game changer, because I'm always last minute, especially when I need to make cards. So for me, if I wanted to make a card like this and I was like, oh, I need to make this card today, there's no way that I would have sat down and coloured in all of these images and have made the card in a day.
But
and it's
also-
not only that, when you can print them out, you use them more.
Yeah.
You're not restricting yourself. Like, I used to find that I would buy dies and I would buy paper packs, and then I'd kind of limit myself to how many I'd use on a card, because I didn't want to waste a whole sheet on one card. Whereas with Carnation, you can put everything on there. It doesn't matter. All you've got to do is print off another sheet, so it doesn't matter.
And another thing, you know, if you did colour it in, would you be 100% happy with the way it looked? I know, speaking from my point of view, I wouldn't be. With Carnation, you are 100% happy with the way it looks.
Yeah, and even if you know you love colouring, like I do, I quite enjoy colouring. I can easily sit there and do some colouring. I could not colour these in to this level of detail. You know, they just look absolutely incredible. I'm just going to show you quickly. So these are the pop-up tabs. So you've got, when you cut these out, that is what they're going to look like. You've got the score lines in there that come onto the die, okay? And this part here is the part that is going to sit on the bottom, okay? So this is going to sit there like that, so that...
I forgot to mention, you do get both of the pop-up strips in with the tree dies.
Yeah, so you can see now, that's how that folds. That sits there, and then we're going to glue this there, so you can pop your elements at the front or your animals there, so then you're creating that perception of depth then behind the tree, okay? So all you're going to do is just fold those score lines, and then you're just going to score it like that. So you've got one this shape, the rectangle, and you have one that's a square, so you can see they are different, so you can add them and they'll be in different heights as well.
Did you cut those out of the perfect papers?
So these are in the artwork, so you get the artwork for these as well.
Oh, right, so the vignettes are actually for those?
Yeah,
right.
so you get them for these, and you get them for the photo part. So these are what I'm using now, so you can see the nice green colour, and you also get it for the photo part as well, if you want to use it like
you've
photo
got that
stand.
colour in the perfect papers as well, so I wondered.
Oh, right. No, I mean, you could use the perfect papers if you wanted to. It depends what you're going to do with it, but you do get it in the artwork as well. So when you're printing them off, you can just cut these out at the same time.
Cool.
Right, so I've got 3 of them there. Right, let me think. What's going to be the best way that you can see what I'm doing? What if I go like that, and then if I go on the wonk as well, you can see. Watch everything be on the wonk now. Right, so let's pop some of these together. So I'm going to start off with the rectangle one first. So let's add this in, and I'm just going to pop this along the bottom there. So this one's kind of going at the back. Now you can glue some bits to the tree as well, so you can have some things like right at the back and then bring some things forward as well. You've got lots of different options, but the nice thing with these is, obviously once that's dried, like if you imagine that's glued there, this will fold in itself and it'll fold flat, but it'll still pop back up.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about, like say we put these hills there, and started building our scene up, so we would put in foam tape. You know, you're just going to have a chunk of like foam tape there at the bottom, so it's going to be quite chunky when you put it down. Whereas these will just fold back, and they will fold flat, and then they'll just pop back up when you lift the card
Simple
up.
but clever.
Yeah, it's such a simple thing, isn't it? But it does make such a difference to your projects. So I'm going to pop this one along there like that.
It's like you're making a 3D scene.
It is, and do you know, they're so fun to do as well though. If I was doing it at home, I would probably put it flat and then just build kind of everything up on top of each other.
Yeah. But so you can see at home, we're doing it upright, so.
Yeah, and on the wonk, okay? So if it comes out a bit wonky, you know why. Right, so I'm going to glue that there. So then I've kind of got my base for that part. And then I'm going to pop this one here, like that. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to pop this one there.
So you get a rectangular pop-up strip and you get a square pop-up strip in with the dies for the tree.
Yeah, and you can see, look, that the space between them, so that this one obviously sticks out a lot more. So you could have this one is going to come out further forward than the other one. So let's pop this one on. And then I might be able to put it flat. So we're going to pop that there. And then I'm just going to use my tweezers to push that down. No, it'll stay like this. Right, so let's add another one in. So now I've got that there. So you can see, look, already.
It's coming together.
Yeah, and all we've done is just added in these two little hills so far. So let's pop that in there. And then I'm just going to use my tweezers just to pinch that. So then that, look, you can see how much
That's
depth
amazing
you've
already,
got there
isn't it?
already. They just look absolutely amazing. Right, so now we can go in and let's add in like all the nice fun bits. So you can add parts in as well if you want to stick some to the tree. Obviously you can stick some to the back of them as well.
And if it's too high, you can snip it down, make
Yeah,
it shorter.
snip into them. You can go in and just play around with these. I'm going to add in this stag first because I want him to kind of go at the back of there
He's
by the
brilliant, isn't he?
tree. So let's, right, I'm just going to put this flat for a minute. Let's pop him in. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of shape. So just give him a bit of
I
a...
tell you what, the number of viewers when I'm on telly that send me things to do with stags now, it's really sweet. And postcards. I get sent postcards a lot too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I'm on a mission to bring back the postcard, and every time I see a stag, I just oh wow. So people send me stags.
Ah.
They're really sweet.
I didn't know you were on a mission for that, Dave.
Oh yeah. I love vintage postcards, but we don't see postcards very much.
I was just going to say, I don't... when I went to Disney, when I got into the hotel, I had there was a postcard in the room.
What was that?
Yeah, and the funny thing, when I looked at it, I was like, what's that? And I picked it up expecting it to be like an information card or something, but it was a postcard. And I thought then, I was like, I can't even remember the last time I seen a postcard.
But I bet you loved it.
Yeah, it was. It was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
See, bring back the postcards. That's what I say.
No, well, I did not know that. Next time I see one now, I'll have to pick you one up. Right, so what I'm going to do is, so you've got that gap, and what I like to do is pop some on the back and on the front, so you're just adding in. So can you see now that you've got just more space there in between them, so you just add in more and more into this. I'm going to add, let's add the hair.
I think that is a hare with ears that big. I think.
Well, you and Bunny said hair at the same
Yeah.
time, so I'm staying with hair now. Right, let's pop him there, and then we can go in and add some foliage and things, and then we can just...
And don't forget,
add
while you're
bits
on the
around
website
them.
ordering this, have a little look for things like the everyday glue, the 7 bottles that we do, one for every day of the week. It's all the same glue, but 7-day glue. We've got the Pin Flare glue gel that Laura's using. That'll be on the website as well. There's so much more on Carnation's website than what we're just showing you in the show. So spend a bit of time looking around on the website. Keep us on your tablet or whatever and have a little look on the website on your phone maybe.
Yeah, there's so much on there. You know, cut tidy if you need some more pro print.
Yeah, pro print paper, which is what we suggest you print your artwork onto to get the best results.
Yeah, and we've got the tester packs as well. So if maybe you are looking at this and you think, oh, I've never used the 220 GSM Pro Print before, you don't know if you're going to get on with it, try the tester pack and have a go first.
You won't look back.
No, you won't. You won't. Right, let's add this in.
Now, Jackie's actually been asking us on YouTube, are there any vignettes for the frames that we've got as extras in the show? Jackie, no, there isn't, but basically you could use your perfect papers to get colour for those if you wanted to, but there is no artwork for those alone. The artwork is purely for the main collection. Okay, thank you for your question. Lots of you watching on YouTube as well and Facebook, so we'll give you a mention after we've done the first demo, say hi to you. Any questions like Jackie's, get in touch. We're live at for another 30 minutes, and then we're live again at 12 and at 2 this afternoon, and there are 3 more shows tomorrow, I believe, too. They're the same time tomorrow, 10, 12. Oh, 11 and 1 tomorrow are the shows, with Dawn tomorrow.
Yeah, Dawn will be here tomorrow, which I think is quite nice actually, because
Give someone else's
it's
slant on it.
it's a completely different view on what Dawn would do with these. So I think that's really nice. Right, this one, I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then I'm going to stick this one in between those layers there, so you kind of get that. Now I like that they come off the card. I think it just adds a little bit more character and to the card, so I like that they stick off. And do you know that now? That's the reverse that you're looking at, which, how amazing is that? That's the reverse of the card.
Because that's the double-sided vignettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But when something is kind of three-dimensional, it's nice to have colour on the back, because very often you can see a little bit of the back from different angles. So having the double-sided vignettes is great. And also it means you can have your characters looking in a different direction if you flip it around.
Yeah, it just means, I always see, I feel like it's like a 2-for-1, because you can just flip them around and you're never stuck with a composition. So if you ever look at something, you think, oh, and you're moving things around, you never ever feel like that with Carnation, because you can always flip them round and just make it work for you.
Carolyn Tovey on Facebook says, Dave, check out Post Crossing. It's all about sending postcards across the world. I did it for a few years during lockdown. Oh, no, I haven't heard of that, Carolyn. Thank you. I'll check that out. Post Crossing. Okay.
There you go. Dave is soon to be inundated with postcards.
I don't mind. But certainly, yeah, all we tend to do on holiday now is just email photographs to friends and family, don't we? Don't think about sending a post.
No, they're just stuck on your phone. It's right, now I've got that. We've done this bit. I'm going to add in one of the sentiments. So I've got "with you always." Look, you can see how intricate the writing is on there. Really, really pretty. I'm just going to put a little blob of foam tape on the back of there. And then I'm going to pop this on the tree.
Now, Mythbuster521 on YouTube says, have we got any designs with cars on? Off the top of my head, I can't think of the collection.
We do. We have got cars.
Yeah.
There's like there was one with like a bus, a train, a car, and a motorbike.
Yeah.
I can't think of the top of my head what it's called.
But it'll be pretty obvious if you look on
if
our
you
website.
type in car,
yeah,
it'll come up
you'll
on
be
the
able to see.
website.
Yeah, we do them, and they do them really well at Carnation, as you'd expect. Look at that! Isn't that incredible? That's like I'm in a theatre looking at a stage.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Or I'm actually in the woods looking at wildlife. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you for all your comments on Facebook and YouTube this morning. Jeanette Ellingworth is watching, Pearl Farrier. Now, Pearl says the card is looking lovely. Could you, when the card is finished, show how it folds flat, please?
Oh, I will,
it's still
but
not
it's
dry
not
yet,
dry. I'm moving everything.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
What about one of the sample ones, if I pass one over to you? When it's dry, it will fold flat beautifully, obviously.
Yeah, so this one, so you can see the base is on there. So you've got the card like that. So these parts, you can see that they will just fold on themselves and then fold back. So when you close this, they will just fold to one side and then they'll fold back.
Right.
And then it'll just pop back up. So they go like that, they'll just go to the side and that will go, and you can see now that's completely flat.
Yeah, perfect.
So if I lift that up.
Jeanette Ellingworth, hi to you. Linda McLeod, she says, good morning, Laura, Dave and Bunny. Beautiful artwork again. The design team samples are gorgeous as usual. I couldn't agree more. I'm going to show you a few more, actually. I've got lots here. I only fleetingly showed you at the beginning. That's the collection. It launches today. Brand new. And remember, it's called Wild Beauty. The focal point is that beautiful tree card shape, isn't it? You can use it just purely as the tree. You can think of other collections and other characters you've got to go with it, but it's going to come with the deer or the stag, the hare, the fox and the owl. It's going to come with a further 2 card shapes, the beautiful arches, with again some birds, some foliage and the clouds there as well. You've got some beautiful wild flowers, and you've got the turnstiles and the milling wheel as well, and the dies that will give you the outline for those sentiments that you can print off when you're printing off all the artwork, all the vignettes. This one's been done, oh, I haven't got a name on this one, but whoever did it has done a fantastic job. You know, you've got the option of either putting a little stand behind on the tree and making that completely independent, or you can use, of course, the mats and layers to make the actual card shape in the shape of the tree, and then use it as like a tent-fold card like that. Lovely. Let's do a few more. Here's another one. This one is by Vera Bow, which I think was the one that we just showed you folding flat. Again, put all the characters in whichever direction you want. With the double-sided vignettes, you can have the fox going to the left, you can have the fox going to the right. Doesn't matter, you choose. Here's another one. Again, this time it's just a tree without the actual mats and layers behind it. Janine Dawson of our design team always comes up trumps, and she's really excelled herself with this one as well. Look at these. Again, using those 3D pop-up elements. The majestic stag in the middle of the tree. It's almost like the tree's the stag's halo, isn't it? Really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Another one, using some more of the foliage. Again, this is, who's done this one? This is Janine again as well. This time Janine's using the stand on the back, which is included. The die for that is included. So, look at that. How beautiful. And she's used the double-sided vignette. So you've got the 2 hares, front and back. One's looking left, one's looking right. It's like a twofer. And quickly, just showing you this one here. Sue Dalrymple's done this, and this is using one of the extra frames we have in the show that's got the easy snip aperture technology. You can keep them attached and keep them in. If you want to cut them so the aperture's a little bit wider, you can just cut them with a craft knife or a pair of scissors or something, no problem at all. So these are the extra frames you can go for. Let me just show you those. They're available separately. We've got a square version, which is what that one is, and we've got the oval version, the arch version. Like Laura said, it could be a gazebo, it could be a doorway, it could be a window. $27.99. I've got, I think, one of the ovals here. Oh, there's one. There's another. There you go. But look at the layers on this one. This is Barbara Treadwell's done this. Look how many layers you've got on that. So you can really go to town and have a lot of depth and a lot of dimension in your cards. And it works. The reason we put these in the show with the Wild Beauty collection is it works so well with it. I mean, look at the stag in front of that arch. Isn't it gorgeous? So there is no artwork for the archway. There is, of course, artwork for the tranquil arches in the main bundle. But if you want the oval archway, that's 251013. It's $27.99. If you want the squarer one, which I showed you with the last card, that one there, then that is just $24.99, but it works in the same way. You've got the easy snip apertures built into the main die, and then the rest of the dies are individual dies. $24.99 for that one, $27.99 for that one. It goes alongside the main collection, and the main collection is only at $99.99 for a limited period. Everyone gets the same deal, but after a few days, the price will go back up if we have any stock left. And you're using the archway one in the demo now, aren't you?
Yes, so I've started off with the back, so the biggest die. So you've got your base, is what I've started with this one. And I'm going to use this as the card base to start off with. So I'm just going to glue the top of this. So you cut 2 of those out, glue the top together, and you've got your card base.
A Mythbuster again on YouTube is saying, will this work with a hot glue gun? You could use a hot glue gun on this, couldn't you?
You could use a hot glue gun, yeah, if you wanted to. I'm assuming you mean for the animals at the front. You could absolutely use a hot glue gun if you wanted to.
No problem at all. Thank you for asking.
Right, so then I've gone in with my next layer next. So you've got your next die in, which gives you the mat that will just fit on there. And I've cut this out in the perfect papers that we've got on. And then next layer, I've cut this out. So the background, so remember that background I told you is in with the artwork?
Yeah.
So I've cut that out.
I think there's a few backgrounds you can print
in
off,
this.
isn't
I
there?
think so, yeah. So I've cut that out in there. Now you can see, look, where your aperture cut lines are. in here, and you can see where they're just held into place. So really easy to go in and snip these out. For this layer though, I've kept them all in. So we're going to pop this on first. So that is going to sit now on there.
Lovely.
So you've got that. Now, next thing is we've cut out this layer again. Now I've gone in and snipped them like you can, okay? So you can see now I've made myself an aperture in there. So I've given myself kind of that archway.
And that pink is one of the perfect papers, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
the same perfect paper
Yeah.
that we've used in the background. So before I stick this down, I'm just going to pop a bit of tape on here. Now I've used, so you can see I've already put foam tape going down and around there. So I've used the foam tape from our Clean and Simple. That is on the website if you need any more of it. But this fits perfectly down there, so you don't see any of the tape. So it's like the perfect fit for that.
As I say, when we have a break between this show and the next, have a little look on the website at all the other essentials. There's too much to put in a show. We could do a whole day and still not show you everything that's available. But
Yeah, there's so much, but and especially if you're ordering something anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I always try and make the most of. Well, I mean, the 99 you're in your free P&P, aren't you?
are,
So
yeah.
you
So
may
add
you
the
may as
extras
well
at the same
get-
time. Take advantage. That's
Yeah,
what I
get
do.
those essential bits that you don't want to be paying P&P for. Right, so the next thing I've done now is I've used the same as the background, cut that out again, and this time I've snipped away all of those apertures to leave me with the outside. So that is going to sit on there like that, and then you can see I've got that pink on the inside, and then that will sit there like that. So you can see now, look how many layers you can get in there, and that's just one way. You know, you could do the exact same thing with in here as well and really build that up.
I just think there's so much sophistication. The more layers you add, the more sophisticated the card looks, I think.
Yeah, and it does really give you that like tunnel effect when
Yeah.
you look at it. You can add so much into them. Right, before I stick anything else in, I'm going to add these in. So these ones we're going to pop on the top. So I'm going to build these coming out. So let's add these in first. So I've got pink. So again, I'm just using the same colorways as I've done already for the matte layers. I haven't changed anything. So we're going to go in with this one first. And you can see, look, that those cut lines, that's where they've come from. So you're literally just snipping away. It's exactly the same as like when you get a paper kit and you cut the toppers out.
Yeah.
Nothing complicated about it at all. That's going to go on there. Then same colorways, look, for the back. So let's glue this one on. It's that lovely background. And again, I know we've spoken about the tree and using it with other collections, but this background, how many collections could you use with this background?
yeah.
It's such a lovely background.
And like you said, the significant of an archway. That could be a wedding arch, it could be
Yeah.
a window, a door, all sorts of different things.
Yeah, you could do it in like craft card and oranges now. We'll make it like an autumn tree, you know, archway. There's just so many different ways, different colorways you add it. It's going to look completely different. So let's add that in. So that now is going to sit in the middle there. And then this one is going to go
Oh wow,
on the outside there. So you've got all of those layers.
that's looking fantastic.
So let's pop this in. But again, this is just, you know, all I've done is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts of this die to make this. You know, when you think you could go in and cut out these centre bits, you could have more coming in. There's just so many different ways
And if you're
that you can use
unsure
this die.
about whether something's going to look good or not, just play around with it before you put adhesive on and see what looks good before you actually commit.
Yeah, and
Just
even
sticking
if
it
you
down.
cut a bit and you think, oh, do you know what? I don't want to use that bit. I want to leave it. I don't want to stick that bit on. Keep it, because I can guarantee that you'll use it like on the next card, or just how you keep you know, if you die cut anything out and you keep it, you know, keep them, because you will mix and match them up as well. Right, so let's bring some of our florals in.
I mean, I know lots of people actually have like A4 clear plastic boxes and different collections labelled on there. Keep all your bits in those.
Yeah, I do. I keep mine in like a little storage pouch. So anytime from any collection, if I cut anything out, even if it's like something as simple as like, I've cut that off, I know I'll use that little bit, even if it's like in a background with some flowers and things. So anytime then, when I've finished using something, any little bits that I've cut away or I've got left over, they all go straight in that little little bag, and then I know that they'll get used then. Right, so let's add these in. So I want this one to kind of come over here a bit. Then this is gonna go there like that. Just add a bit of pin flare onto there, and then that's gonna go there like that. And then I've got another one.
But think of all the other flowers you got from previous collections that you can use with this as well.
Yeah, and you could, the lovely thing as well, you could be making this, like I've done it in pinks now, and because you can see like it kind of ties in with the flowers, but you could be doing that, like I said, you could do that in craft cards, and you could be doing it with orange flowers or red flowers. There's no right or wrong with these. They're just such usable ones, completely in their own right. So I'm going to add this one now, and I've flipped this around, so this is the mirrored vignette, so that that one is kind of going that way. So I've got
looks totally different.
Yeah. Then so this is going to go across the bottom, so I'm going to pop this just a little bit higher up, so you can see that.
And this is the pin flare glue gel that gives you dimension. You have to let it dry for a few hours, but it dries rock solid and it gives you that height. But also movability, wiggleability.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Is you know, especially when you're doing things like this and you're just composing your card.
Yeah.
Even like if I was doing it at home, I would just place everything first, then go in and glue it. But if you are even doing that, sometimes, you know, you can glue things in and think, oh, do you know what, actually, I think I prefer this there.
Yeah.
You've still got room to, you can pick things up, you can tuck things under it, you can move things around. So you're never kind of stuck when you do it well, unless you go back the next day.
Well, yeah, then it's stuck.
Then it's stuck, but you are good to add things in and move things around. So I'm going to tuck this in there. And then I'm going to pop this along the bottom. I love the colours in here though. Like this one's really pinky, but it just pulls. You can see like how those colours just come together. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tuck this one behind there.
So stunning. I don't know what it is about stags and deer that I just find so impressive, but I think it's because they've been used in movies quite a lot, and it's usually probably at the most poignant part of the movie that you suddenly see a stag's image in the distance. And
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah, they're very
evocative.
yeah. And then I've got the sentiment there, so I've got the pink one, may peace settle around you. So I'm going to pop that there like that. So I'm just going to put a bit of tape on that side.
Pam Simpson's on Facebook. She says, morning Laura, Dave and Bunny, another stunning collection. Absolutely, Pam.
Oh, morning Pam.
Everyone a winner.
Oh, have we got, did Pam do samples?
She normally does. Have we got any here from Pam? If not, we'll try and find some for the next show. We've got quite a few. We can't show all of them every single show. I think we've got Janine, Vera, Barbara. We'll get some Pam. Oh, hang on, yes, I've got one from Pam.
Oh, you found one. Oh.
That's a Pam one. We'll get some more of Pam's later. There we go. Laura's second demo. Now, the collection is launching today. It launched on Facebook. It launched last night, just after 6 o'clock, I think it was, and approaching 20% of the stock went before we even came live at 10 o'clock this morning. You can see why. The focal point is the tree. It's called Wild Beauty. Now, just to explain what some of these odd-looking shapes are, these are the pop-up elements. So you've got a square one and you've got a rectangular one that you can put all the foliage and the characters on, so it folds flat in the post and pops up when it's on display. That is your base, and the base is what is going to give you the grounding elements to put all the foliage on. Other small trees to again give dimension and depth and distance. You can put all your characters on that base as well. So that attaches basically to the back of the main part of the tree, because it does look an odd shape when you look at it on there and you think, what's that? It goes onto that. Then over here you've got the two smaller card shapes, so you've actually got three card shapes in this collection, which is fantastic. You've got the one with the birds and you've got the one with the foliage as well. There will be, of course, vignettes and artwork for that, for the birds, the clouds and the foliage, so you can instantly decorate the top of that with decoupage. Then next to that we've got, of course, the highlight of any collection, very often are the characters, well in this case the tree and the characters. You've got the fox that's on the prowl, you've got the hare with the big ears, the deer and the owl. All artwork available to print off free of charge. We call it vignettes at carnationcrafts.co.uk. Go to downloads and that's where you'll find the vignettes. And then down the bottom you've got your flowers and foliage, you've got your turnstile and the grinding wheel, and also you've got what over there, they look really strange, don't they? They look really strange shapes. You think, what on earth? What do I use for that? If you print off the vignettes, you'll find little verses like the one that Laura was using, and they match the shape of the verses. So we've not done that before. A quarter of the entire stock has gone, if you would like it. Remember, we've got about an hour break, an hour's a chance to you to put it into your basket and go off and print off the vignettes and come back at 12 o'clock with more demonstrations and more inspiration and more of your messages on Facebook and on YouTube as well. But let's have a look at the boards quickly before we end this first show though.
Yes, we'll start off with the card shape to begin with. So you've got that tree that you can see, so this is what that's going to look like. You've got the die there. You've got your base, or you could have the picture stand. You've got the dies in the background as well to have as a card shape, but then you've also got your mountains, trees and all of your grounding elements there to decorate the base of the tree. And then you've got your roaming friends, so they just work so well. Like I showed you, they can work in so many different ways as well. You've got them in different poses as well, so they just fit in perfectly by the tree or with the foliage as well. And then you've got your meadow flora. So you've got your flowers there that you'd see in like an English country garden. I cannot remember the names, Dave.
Oh, I can't either.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, I thought he was going to list them off then. Then you've got your arches. Now these have got the easy aperture designs in them. So you can see, you can snip into these and build these up in different ways. So like the one I just showed you, this is the same concept where you can cut into these. Now you've got the foliage and the birds and the clouds with artwork, so you can add them into the card as well. Then you've got your moorland features, so you've got all of those lovely grounding elements and the things that just complete the scene. They really do bring everything together. And then the sentiments that Dave was just on about, so you can see those were the dies that Dave showed you, but you do have the wordings in there. So you've got the different colourways that coordinate perfectly with the perfect papers as well. But you can see, look, you've got the sentiments in there as well. So really, really delicate sentiments.
And those extra frames, remember, that go with the collection so well.
So that was the arch. So this was the one that we just used. So again, look, you can see all of those easy apertures, cut lines in there. You can easily go in and snip into those. And then you've also got the square as well. So you can see exactly the same concept, but you're going to just snip into those little lines that are holding that together, and you've got lots of ways to bring that in.
Now, Audrey Brown on Facebook says, morning Laura, Dave and Bunny, you just excel yourselves every collection. This is a stunner. Mine has been processed and will be on its way tomorrow. Well, Audrey, I've got a feeling it might even be on its way today, because if you order now, normally our postie arrives at 2 o'clock, doesn't it, on launch day? So, well, it could be a she. If you get your order in now, it probably will be posted today. You might even, if you're in the UK, get it tomorrow. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, we normally get messages on the second day saying mine's come, or I'm waiting for my delivery today. So
well, it's Wild Beauty. While you're on the website printing off your vignettes, have a little look at all the other extra carnation bits and pieces that you can put into your basket, because of course it's free P&P on the main collection. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. Add in like your essential things.
We're off for a cuppa.
We are.
And we will see you at 12 o'clock with show 2. Come back and join us and interact with us on YouTube.